Hey folks, lovely to see you. All right, you won't believe this. News straight off the press, hot off the press. Up above me in the study room, working, Jasmine, Joe, Libby, Jodie. Not one of them would come and appear on this video as a starring role. So here I am instead. Okay guys, we got some stuff for you. So we're gonna set a final batch of work. Linked on this Show My Homework where you're accessing this. You've got this final batch of work. Now, clear instructions, I won't go through it all, but we really want you to work, the message we've been giving you, work hard on finishing off that social influence and attachment stuff, okay? What you're going to see a little bit further down on here, you're going to see that we're going to start two new topics, relationships and aggression, in these next couple of weeks coming up, okay? So we'll talk through that, and I'll talk through the aggression bit in this video in particular, okay? So look out for this on Show My Homework as your next batch of work. Now, on this Show My Homework, we've also attached any resources if you have not been in the last 2 weeks and you feel like you're missing things. For example, this is the things that I've been doing for those students I've seen for social influence, okay, in the last couple of weeks. So they're all attached as well, okay? Brilliant. Now, what I'm now going to do though is specifically do a bit of an introduction. Before I do that, sorry, one quick thing. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to set you some more online tests. Don't worry, they're not like exams, they're there just to force you to test your knowledge, okay? So the first one is going to go live next week, and that is going to be on social influence. I'm going to particularly use that to test your knowledge of some of the key studies. Questions like, how many participants were in Milgram study? What percentage went to 300 volts in the shocking? What percentage went all the way to 450? And so on, okay? And then you'll have one for attachment the week after. All right, brilliant. What I'm now going to do, folks, is, let me jump across. Let's come in here, shall we? I'm going to do a little bit, well that was fancy, wasn't it? A little bit of an introduction to aggression as a topic, okay? Now, let's set a little quiz to start with, and I hope you can see the screen, okay? Question is, I'm trying to prove a point here that aggression is everywhere in humans. We'll never escape it. The word aggression, if I searched it in Google, in 0.4 seconds, how many related links will it find? All right? Think of your answer, press pause if you want. Okay, let's have a look. 74,100,000. Oh my goodness, all right? What about if I put the word fight in Google, okay? Well, in 0.6 seconds, how many does it find? Pause if you want to go. Okay, 602 million related links for the word fight. Crikey, aggressive behavior is massive for humans. All right, let's go again. All right, what if I was to put in the word war? Mankind is always at war. In 0.48 seconds, okay? Oh my goodness, 1,230,000,000 links on the internet to the word war, okay? All right, and we could go on and on. What about this thing, YouTube, that we're using now? The word fight, if that's what you want to look up, okay? How many examples of that can we see? 66,400,000. Wow. Okay. What about the word aggression? It's a big word, isn't it? If I look on YouTube and I put it in, okay, 999,000, almost 1 million if I just put the word aggression into YouTube. All right. So I'd like you to pause your video now and to think of 3 examples of aggression that you might have seen in your life. Okay? Brilliant. You can play the video again. I'm going to give you some examples. Okay? Sport. We set up contact sports on this planet for people to use their aggression, and sometimes they go beyond the rules, like in this example. Okay? We see aggression out in real life, don't we? Out in public. We see things like, still exists, bare knuckle fighting in certain communities, a way of settling disputes. Okay? War. It's always there. It will never ever exist on this planet with humans without war. Okay? This is a fascinating concept. I'm going to have lots of pictures. Apologies here, by the way. These are a little bit gory. So if you don't want to watch it, skip forward. But this new thing, mixed martial arts, caged fighting, however you want to call it. Now, in my mind, this is just going back to the gladiatorial days, days of gladiators. Put people in a circle, barrier them in, right? And then they fight with very few rules. Now, next picture is nasty, so skip forward if you want. All right, here's these two people playing this sport, okay? And, you know, they're still going at it. It hasn't stopped, and you've got, well, it's horrible, isn't it? Okay? Now, all those pictures, you're thinking, well, why is he only showing men? So is it only men who are aggressive? No, no, no. Okay? Women fight. Okay? Simple. Women fight. Okay? And mixed martial arts, one of the biggest growing spectator sports, is seeing women, females, taking part in MMA, cage fighting, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Some of them rising, you may know here on the left, blonde lady, rising to absolute kind of superstar levels, proportions, celebrity levels, as an incredible fighter, all right? Superb athlete, and look at the power and the fitness levels to get to this point, okay? All right, now, quick summary here. Here's your, because you won't have had it yet, what we're trying to cover in aggression, all right? Now, you don't need to read through all of that, but you'll see the different explanations. We're going to start you off now with this bit, the social psychological explanations, and let's take something easy because you know it well, social learning theory, okay? Here it is, all right? So let's get that out of the way this term before the summer, shall we? All right, brilliant. At this point, oh, a nice little picture of a baby. Little baby born. This could be Jodie or Jasmine, I don't know. Right, here they are born. Now here's your question. Nature versus nurture. This is a debate that Miss is going to teach you, Miss Richardson or Miss Williams, as we get going later on into next year. Okay, but I'm going to touch on it now. Nature. Is this little baby going to be born aggressive? Or if they turn out aggressive, will they have learnt it? Will they have been nurtured, part of their social experience to be aggressive? All right? Well, that's a debate that we rage and go through all the time. I've got a brilliant link I want you to watch, okay? I'm not going to bring the link up here, but I want you to watch, if you're interested, about someone known as Richard Kuklinski, the Iceman. Hang on, I'll be back. Don't worry, I'm still here. I forgot that I had this. All right? Here he is. Richard Kuklinski, the Iceman. All right? I'm going to send you a YouTube link to this guy. Here's a bloke who becomes a contract killer. Okay? He has got all the right qualities to be someone who can kill with no conscience, no remorse. Okay? I'm not going to tell you how many people he may have murdered, okay? But the question I want you to ask yourself is, you know, nature versus nurture. What do you think? Is this guy born as a murderer, or did he learn it? Was it because of his experience as he grew up? Okay? I'm going to send you a link to about a 40-minute video there. If I was you, I'd watch it. Just, it's staggeringly interesting. Okay? Nice little case. All right. Let's move this on. Pause your video now. I won't pause mine, but you're going to pause. How will you define aggression? Can you create a definition? It's not a magical, amazing thing, this. You don't need it for the exam, but it might help you somewhere in a 16 marker. Aggression is. All right. You pause your video. You've got your own. Here we go. I'm going to give you mine now. Oh, whoopsie. Let me go back there. Apologies. Let's go. Sorry, I got a bit excited there, didn't I? Okay. Now, this is a long-winded way of saying intentional behaviour. To be aggressive, it's got to be something we intend to do. It can't be accidental, okay? But that intention involves a degree of harm. Now, there's different ways we could define harm, isn't there? Let's take physical harm at the minute, all right? Now I'm going to shorten that definition now. An aggressive act should have the intent to harm. All right? If I push someone, if I kick someone, if I hit them, whatever it might be, I intended to do it, and I intended to do it to harm them. Okay? I like that definition. Okay, I'm going to come out of here now, folks, and I'm going to jump to social learning theory. All right? So I've attached this document, and what I'd like you to do is to apply your knowledge you've already got. You already know about things probably like vicarious reinforcement, the idea that if I watch somebody else's behaviour and the consequences of that behaviour, for example, if they're rewarded or if they're punished, then I learn through that. So can I learn to be aggressive or not, depending on other people's behaviour and what they get out of it? Okay. I want you to apply as well what you will already know from, whoopsie daisy, from earlier in the year, 4 stages of modelling. Bandura, attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation to repeat the behaviour. Okay? Now, key in this, again, this is not new learning, guys. You've already learned this with other topics this year, okay? But we're going to get into the Bobo doll study, okay? Now, I'm going to attach a big document with this. It gives you kind of over the top, well, not at the minute, I'm not. I'll get it up in a second. Over the top details about the Bobo doll study, okay? But what I want you to do is slim the study down into this table, these boxes. You know, there are 3 groups, 3 conditions, if you want to call it that, with this study. All right? Make that clear in your mind, okay? Look at the strengths and the weaknesses. Be evaluative, right? What are your thoughts about the study? Okay? I'm going to send you a nice link as well. Is my board working? Right, what's happened here? Whoa, there we go. Okay. Oh, look. There's that other Bobo doll summary. Mega detail there. You don't need all that. You're going to summarise that into those boxes. Now, I'm going to send you this nice little link as well. Okay? It's only short, isn't it? 5 minutes. You will have seen stuff already on the Bobo doll study. Excuse me. I just like this one. So I'm going to send you this link to just watch and remind yourselves about that study done by Bandura. Okay? Brilliant. Now, I've got one final thing for you here, folks. Let me think of where I am going with this. Okay, where am I going? Maybe that is it, actually. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, so listen, that's the start to the topic of aggression. Can you try and do this before you arrive in your next lesson in school? Have an overview, okay? You already know this theory. You can think about aggression as a behaviour that mankind just cannot escape. All right? Any questions? You know we're only an email away. Been fantastic seeing you guys this last couple of weeks. All right? But remember, we've got to keep on the work. We're not on holiday. Doesn't matter that it's 30 degrees out there. All right, folks. Nice to see you all. Take care.